Hey guys, welcome in. If you're new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. May say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Take the parts that resonate, leave everything else behind. If you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. Welcome back, y'all. Hope everybody is doing good and feeling good. Mercury has stationed direct, so hopefully my schedule will start to even out a little bit. Life has been very chaotic during this retrograde season. I don't know about y'all, but my life has been very chaotic. Also wanted to point out too, because I made some changes to my schedule, my calendar is starting to book up really fast. Normally I would still have openings like, within the day or two of videos, but I'm booked out until I think the 18th of this month. So if you want to book a reading with me, I would strongly urge you book soon. All right, because the days are filling up pretty quickly. All right, let's jump in and see what Spirit wants to talk about. Whew. All right. I'm going to do an oracle pull first. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay. Well, this is interesting. It looks like somebody here has been telling lies. And this has something to do with their work or work product. But somebody is lying about the work that they do or the work that they've been doing. And I feel like there's an energy here of somebody working really hard to try to it's either they're working hard to make other people believe that what they're doing, that they, that it's theirs. Okay. Somebody doesn't want me talking. Okay. Now, the interesting thing about this, I immediately went into my memory banks. Remember a few months back, several months back, we talked about the theft of intellectual property. The reason why that's important is because here, someone is clearly telling a lie about work that they've done or work that they've produced. Now, I can receive this in two different ways. This could either be somebody lying about the work that they produced, or this literally could be about someone telling lies about you and the work that you produce, okay? Because the only way that somebody's lies are going to work is if they can discredit the collective, right? I feel like the messaging here, for my collective, keep doing whatever it is that you're doing the way that you do it. Keep doing it that way, okay? Everything always comes out in the wash. Don't worry about it. Okay. Somebody may be dealing with some... Now, I said over here, like, if somebody here has been trying to manufacture something and it's not necessarily theirs, part of the dilemma may be the fact that, number one, if they were working with a group of people, it kind of feels like the people that they were working with no longer want to participate or are no longer putting in effort. I do feel like they're getting a second chance, but this feels like a second chance. Like, okay, so we start off here with somebody telling lies, or they're lying about the work product that they're producing, right? They're having to work their ass off in order to kind of like maintain the facade. Part of the obstacle or dilemma may be the fact that if they were working with other people, those people are no longer participating, or we've talked about it, there's infighting. So these people are no longer giving to whatever this project is or whatever. I do feel like somebody has a potential of reworking something, but it's going to require them to actually put in work themselves. It's going to require them to actually put some work in themselves. Okay. What's the lesson? Oh, it's one card. Okay. It's funny because now that I'm looking at this, I'm going to reference back to the very last two videos that were posted. Okay. Because this feels very much like, this feels very much like a part 3, if you will, of the last two videos. Okay. So part of the lesson here requires somebody to, one, somebody is part of their lesson is somebody's having to go with the flow. I feel like there's an interesting connection that is tied to the past. Remember, I said in the last couple of videos, I was like, it's kind of like whatever it was that this person, somebody may have pitched to you, it would have had you going backwards into an energy from your past that you've kind of you've already overcome, you've healed from it, and you just want to move on with your life, right? It almost feels like somebody here has to go back to the drawing board, and it feels more like whatever this is may not have been thought out all the way, because this is the connection to the past. Somebody struggling to go with the flow, but here's a connection to the past, a lot of rumination, but needing to really see. It's funny. Part of the lesson here was somebody needing to see from a higher vantage point, removing their own personal thoughts and feelings from the situation to realize that there was an imbalance, or there's something here that's not being played out fairly, and needing to go back to the drawing board and think about how they want to proceed moving into the future. I feel like this is directly related to the last two videos. Yeah, I think this is connected. So, okay, let's start here again. Since I'm talking about these last two sections, let's talk about the first section first. So in the context of the last two videos, okay, there is something here that is, I did mention in the last videos, I was like, there was something around secrecy or dishonesty, but I didn't like it. I didn't like the way that it felt, right? Interesting. I just heard lies about procedure. I don't know what that means to you. Lies about procedure. I'm not receiving this as it like someone lying to you about procedures. Lies about procedures. So it's almost like somebody lying to you, like giving you parameters to work with, right? But the parameters that they've given you to work with, there may be something not necessarily above board. And what they're requesting of you is your own flexibility But again, this is not something that is of you. This is like somebody else's thing. And so while you may have tried to be as flexible as possible, okay, that's the way I'm receiving this. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so this is a piggyback of the last two readings. We're going to call this part 3. There is a situation that maybe you have been presented with to work on. It is not something that comes from you. It's not a reflection of you. It's not yours. Okay, let's just start there. But I think there is something that has been done that is not completely above board. It does give me an air of dishonesty because I think there's some things that have been left out. Now, what's interesting is the energy down here feels as though somebody wants to come in and try to, like, you know, kumbaya with you and maybe make you choose to continue moving forward with this situation, because I feel like they need your help. So this could feel like somebody wanting to come towards you to like smooth things over, but it's largely because they want you to keep working on whatever this thing is because they need your help. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Now, again, part of the dilemma is the fact that there's a group of people that I feel are they're either no longer participating, not wanting to participate. Somebody here is having to accept the fact that there's no exchange here. I heard exchange of ideas. There's no fair exchange. So it's imbalanced, and I have that in 2 sections. It's imbalanced. So like the work, whatever, and I have it 2 sections here, that whatever work somebody may want in 2 places, it's unfair. There's an imbalance here. So it's like, I would equate it to, like, say somebody asking you to do something for free. Right. And I think I said in the last video, we don't do nothing for free. So that's kind of what this looks like. It's almost like somebody here wanting you to do a whole bunch of work, but there's no type of compensation or something. There's an imbalance here. I mean, I'm going to use that as an example. Working for free. That's an example because that's you putting work output, but you're not getting anything in return for it. We're not doing that anymore. Right. And so it kind of looks like it feels like whatever this energy is, it feels like by looking at it from your own point, I'm going to read this in 2 different ways. By looking at this from your own lens, collective, maybe you had to stop and ask yourself, why am I doing all of this work? Why am I doing this work and not getting paid for it? Again, I'm going to use that as an example, right? Because that's not the reality that you're trying to manifest for yourself. I only want projects in my life that are going to compensate me in energy, time, whatever, whatever. It's going to compensate me in the same way, in the same vein that I'm giving the energy, right? So part of this lesson here, I do feel like part of the lesson for you, collective, was being able to overcome any kind of fear to choose to walk away from something that does not bring you any actual abundance or happiness. I think that was a huge lesson for you. Okay. Let's clarify. Ooh. Something flipped. Oh, this wanted to come out. Yeah, see, this is... I said it started off with dishonesty. There's dishonesty here. It's like, here's the dishonesty, lack of integrity. There's definitely something funky in Denmark. I don't even know where that whole saying comes from. I'm going to look that up. There's something funky in Denmark. I don't know why that's sitting in my head. But there's a energy of someone here that is being dishonest about working this collaboration. And it's collaborative in nature. This is connected to or related to either memories from your past or things you've already moved on from. See, yeah, this has been, yes. Okay. So I feel like whatever this is that's being presented or had been presented to you, there is some dishonesty. And it's been in it, the way that I'm receiving this, it's kind of like it's manipulating you to dig into, yes, it's manipulation into digging into an unpleasant period of time in your life. Yes. Yes. This is manipulation. I don't like it. It's manipulation. This is a manipulative energy that is trying to take you back to a space of time that you don't have fond memories of, or it's like a very unpleasant situation. Maybe initially, it's funny. I was thinking about this earlier. I think initially maybe somebody may have cloaked their energy, because I feel like you may not have picked up on it immediately. Like intuitively, you may not have picked up on it. Uh-huh. So this person was trying to win at all costs. Years. So this person was trying to win it all. Look at you. Somebody here was trying to win at all costs. And I feel like this is you moving quickly, expeditiously away from the situation. There may have been some dialogue or conversation had. If not, it will be coming soon. I definitely feel like this is you moving away from something that you definitely can see doesn't bring you any, it doesn't lend to your stability. I think there is some type of superficial energy that's tied to this. I heard not rooted in reality. Huh. Okay. Yeah, see, let me tell you. Lies, lies, lies. Yep. Lies, lies, lies. So we have a situation here. It doesn't feel like there's any real growth or expansion. There have been lies or just a lack of clarity, confusion. It would be, child, it would have been a bad investment of your time. Yes. I love how you see through it. I love how even though there has been dishonesty, you end up seeing through it and making certain decisions um, based on that clarity. Like, yes, somebody here is trying to blow smoke up your ass, and it maybe took you a little bit to figure it out, but I definitely see that this person's dilemma is the fact that, okay, because here it feels like somebody being afraid. Oh shit, I'm afraid that what if the collective finds out the truth and puts a kibosh to this whole thing, which is exactly what you will do. Yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Child, I love it. You love yourself enough to know better. Somebody here wanted you to go back into this energy of your past. So part of this dilemma here for them, I don't think this is your dilemma. I think this is their dilemma. Part of their dilemma is what they didn't expect. They did not expect for you to see through it. They didn't expect for you to see through it. Now here's the thing, even though I don't have the lovers out here yet, it's making me think about Again, the plight of the lover is a choice between two things or two people that you're emotionally invested in. Having to make a mind over heart decision logically. Same energy here. Literally the same energy here. So even if you're presented with something that, again, like I said in the last couple of readings, I'm like, you might have been presented with something that appeared to be like shiny and new and exciting. Something that makes you want to jump forward and, take a leap and, ooh, let me do this, right? But I think you, collective, may have, like, you're cutting through with what I'm seeing is you cut through the bullshit and you recognize, I see it in two different places. You're recognizing this is something that doesn't have longevity. Whatever this is, whatever this project is, whatever this is, it doesn't have longevity. Especially if, again, it's touching on something or an energy or a time of your life that you're not really interested in revisiting. Whatever that is. You're opting for the new cycle. You're opting for newness. I don't want to look back. And literally, you're ready because you see through all the bullshit. Yes, I love this. Okay, so part of your lesson. I feel like this is you. Part of your lesson was if you originally agreed, like you jumped into something. If you originally agreed to do something and it caused you to have more stress and tension and like all this drama that you're really trying to rid yourself of that, the whole part of the lesson was for you to learn to recognize when something wasn't in alignment and to dismiss it and make a choice to walk away from it. If it's not in alignment with your future plans, to set these burdens down, especially if the burdens don't belong to you. And to do it confidently where you're, like I said down here, not being afraid to make a decision to walk away from something that doesn't actually bring you happiness, abundance, love, joy, any of that, right? Part of your lesson here was to recognize, like, it's like recognizing your own mistake. The moment you recognize, wait a minute, I agreed to do this thing. And I talked about it loosely in the videos, but like I agreed to do something, but then I soon recognized that what I agreed to do was adding more to the plate. My plate is already full. I do not have the capacity, mental, emotional, physical capacity to take on anything else. The grand lesson was learning how to say no. I can't do this. And not being afraid, like if you say you agree to do something and then somewhere in the middle you're like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. Not being afraid to speak up and say, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. What they gonna do? Beat you up? Yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. So that you can restore the balance back to your life, because I can definitely see if you jumped into something, it caused you a whole bunch of excess. And really all you want is just peace. I just want peace in my life. I want to keep doing what I'm doing, but peacefully. Yeah. Like literally, part of the lesson here was confidently putting an end to the situation and turning back to what it is that you love, like what's yours. Yes. Yes. Because the thing about it is, yes, you can make that final judgment to choose something else. There's the levers. Yep. To choose yourself. Yes. Listen to your intuition. Yes. I love it. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Yeah, somebody was trying to lure you in, and if you had stuck around, child, that tower you would have been trapped inside that tower, working towards something that wasn't even really destined to be a part of your path. So over here, this feels like, again, learning how to say no, say it confidently, and stop putting in effort towards something, because it almost feels like On this side, if you had chosen to take that leap, again, it would have been like investing in something that really didn't have nothing to do with you, versus focusing on what you love, focusing on your own work, focusing on what you need to be doing for yourself, right? And I told you, if you continued doing it, if you continued on with it, it would still be an imbalance and there would be no real change. You would just be working extra. So you had to make a decision and see where things weren't lining up for you. I like it. When you looked at the situation from a neutral perspective, you may have realized all that you were kind of doing. Like when you took a step back and really looked at what your life was looking like and looked at all the things that you are responsible for, that you have to, pay attention to. It's kind of like something taking you out of your own flow state. Because that's what this feels like. I feel like you were doing just fine, whatever it is you were doing before this opportunity came to you. Yes, especially if you had I think part of the dilemma for you may have been like, for a little bit, you may have, like, you got into it because there was some excitement, but like I said, I think the excitement was a little bit manufactured to get you excited, because that little bit of excitement, again, would have distracted you enough to take you off of your path, to take you away from the projects or things, whatever it is you were already working on, your own goals, right? And I think when you start to really look at the future, like I could say for myself, like I have the whole, like all of 2025 is mapped out for me. I have something going on every month, and I have plans and I have goals and I have, markers of dates that I'm trying to accomplish certain things by, right? So this kind of feels like looking out into the future and kind of like looking at the map. Here's my map. I'm looking at my map. I know what I have to do, right? And really thinking about, okay, all the things that I have on the map, and then you add this one extra thing, and I'm trying to figure out how to fit it into what I already have going on, and really thinking about, how is this going to benefit me in the future? Is it going to benefit me in the future? Is it going to benefit me now? Is it going to benefit me at all? And what do I need to do moving forward? Because I can already see, if I put more energy into this thing that is not mine, it takes away from me doing the work that is. Collective, you were fine doing whatever it was you were doing before this offer came in. Yeah, so you had to make a decision, and the decision that you had to make also had a time factor. Again, divine timing. Yeah, you weren't loyal to it anyway, so it was time for you to move on, especially now that you know what you know. You see everything. Yeah, the symphony is over. So for you, even though because I definitely see where time may have been of the essence, or is of the essence, based on wherever this is for you, in terms of your decision of, how you want to go. I think part of the lesson here again was about really thinking about what's in alignment with you and what isn't, and being able to make the decision confidently to walk away or put something down without the feeling. I think that's part of the component, without feeling some kind of way about it, like without feeling some kind of way about having to reject something or walk away from something. Yeah. I feel like you just make a decision to go somewhere. Yeah, you make a judgment call. And while you may be delivering some bad news, that's not your problem. Don't make their problems your problems. I said that in the last videos. Don't make their problems your problems. It ain't your problem. It's almost like somebody here somebody wanting to establish something but not putting in any real effort to do it. I hope that came out right. Yeah, it's like somebody wanting it's like whatever the request was, whatever that request was, that offer, whatever it is, it literally feels like somebody wanting to create something, but the work is off of your back. It's not off of, not, it's not even a collaboration. It's you doing all of the work. And then after you do all of that work, it doesn't actually offer you any type of long-term stability, financial gain, or anything like that. Like I said in the last couple of videos, I'm like, it doesn't add zeros to your bank account. So if it's not adding zeros to your bank account, why are we even considering the offer? Like, seriously. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and here's somebody being worried and afraid that you're gonna shut them out because you see the truth. Now you become cold and detached. Yes. Now you become cold and detached. And walking away from a situation that does not bring you any emotional fulfillment. See, again, lies. Lies and confusion. Literally, it was meant for you to see through the confusion. And also, it was meant for you. It's your, I'm going to tell you, and I know I'm going to see it in the comments, but I'm going to tell you right here, what saved you or what is protecting you, child, God is like, it was literally meant for you to ask. I feel like this was meant for you to ask God if this was part, is this part of the deal? It's kind of like learning how to trust. I said it, learn how to trust your intuition even when you don't have concrete evidence in front of your face, or you don't have anything that's concrete, but you have a gut feeling. And this is literally about you being able to trust your intuition when something feels off. When it feels off, it is off. I can't stress that enough, because I see all of this illusion. Child, they don't want me to talk. The moon, the 7 of cups, and the 7 of swords. Child, they wanted you to be focusing on shit that takes you so far away from the projects and things that you are trying to focus on. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. They wanted you to focus on something. They're trying to hide it from you. And have you working your ass off, making you think that it was something that was going to benefit you. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. Hard no. Hard no. Yeah. You're awake now, so they can't hide. Like, I think literally because you're awake now, folks can't hide things from you as easily. Yeah, it's almost like Here's the thing. You're awake now. So now you could actually see what's being illuminated. What's being illuminated to you is the fact that there is imbalance here. Imbalance in the request that's being made of you. Imbalance in what somebody expects for you to do, produce, or whatever versus what you get back in return. You see the imbalance. Failure. Love it. Them trying to create imbalance in your life is a failure. Yeah, it kind of feels like somebody here wanted to keep you. Yeah, they just wanted. Now, it's interesting because it feels very much like they wanted you to just keep doing whatever this was that they were expecting of you, regardless of any kind of imbalance that it may have, may be causing in your life. It's like, just keep doing it because I've asked you to. It's giving strong energies of, I don't have to prove myself to nobody. Yeah, somebody was trying to block your intuition. Somebody here was trying to block your intuition. I said there's so much dishonesty on this board. It's insane. And then there's fear and worry. Because, child, the fear and worry comes from if yes, see, they were trying to block your intuition. But the thing is that you've healed. So we're not repeating cycles. Yeah. We're not repeating cycles. Mm-mm. Ooh. Deceit. So whatever this bond that they are trying, whoever this person is that may have pitched this offer to you, the bond was like they're trying to forge this bond with you under a blanket of deceit. Yeah, it's kind of like somebody here just wanted to keep you ungrounded. Or this relationship, the bond isn't grounded. And that's the reason why it's breaking. Again, because it's based on lies. One more. Yeah, it's based on lies. And your life, I feel like, again, the biggest lesson here was for you to understand or to see how complicated your life. So maybe in the beginning you thought it was a lucky break. Whatever the offer was, you might have been like, ooh, yeah, me, yay, me. Only to realize that it complicated your life. It created imbalance. It made you feel ungrounded. And the bond, number one, between you and the person that may have presented it to you, the bond isn't grounded. The bond isn't solidified. Again, also based on deceit. Especially if there's any kind of promises about, some type of compensation or whatever. This feels like it's all rooted in lies. I'm telling you, I just got lies all across this board here. It's insane. Lies all across the board. Let's see. Sculpture of self. Shape the sculpture of self, honoring the perpetual act of forming and expressing identity. Be you. Be you and don't let anybody else tell you who to be. Frost of stillness. Embrace the frost of stillness where in the calm of icy pause reflective clarity is found. So basically, that's like kind of like you sitting in your own stillness to really reevaluate this entire situation so that you could see it with a really clear lens. Ooh. Cutting edge, slice through the obstacles and carve a path toward your dreams. Learning secrets, stay open-minded and receptive as you uncover hidden truths and embrace the lessons that they offer. And I'm telling you right now, whatever this situation is filled with a bunch of dishonesty or secrecy. Ignite creation, harness innovation, fuel imagination, and witness manifestation as answers unfold in your journey of discovery, and stand strong with defense as your shield. Find strength in preservation, guarding what matters most. And what matters most is your own projects, your own work, your own stuff. Expectations. You hold high hopes and positive expectations. You're ready to embrace new emotional experiences with an open heart. Your creativity and innovation are shining in your work. You're thinking outside of the box and bringing fresh perspectives and solutions. We love it. Past wounds are healing. You and another person are finding a way to reconcile and move forward with a greater understanding. Deep emotional bonds connect you to someone special. Trust, compassion, and support strengthen a relationship. Trust in your relationship is rock solid no matter what challenges arise. This trust provides a foundation for growth. Collaboration and teamwork are key to achieving your goals. You work well with others, respecting and supporting each other. But I would say I would only be doing that if you actually felt like this is collaborative. This doesn't feel collaborative to me here on the board. Honestly, it doesn't. Actually, no. What's the tea? Let's see what the tea is. What's the tea? Dust it off and offer, dodging bullets, blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, protected by haters, fake smiles, threatening, intimidating, threatened, and bothered. So there's somebody here with fake smiles that may be threatened by your presence, but you're dodging a bullet by walking away from this offer, whatever it is. Interesting. Somebody may be wanting to travel to you. Okay, but here's the thing. Somebody may be wanting to travel to you, but they're a broke ass. Marrying for money, love triangle. Fishing for comments. Somebody may be in your comments fishing for comments. Somebody may have tried to see this hooked card. It has it connected here to dodging bullets. So maybe whatever this is may have required you to travel, maybe trying to hook you in. We have cock blocking, same shit, different day. Creeping. So you have somebody here creeping on you, fishing for comments in on your socials maybe. Spiritual hater hates on your spirituality, light, magic, and power. Your light irritates their demons. And you're uninterested in the hustle working with this situation. I like it. I like it. All right, let me grab one. Oh no, let's grab some index cards. Let's grab some index cards. Where are we time wise? I'm gonna name this part 3. Someone lies on the kids to them or about them. Digging into your past. Somebody's losing material comforts. What they wanted for you is happening to them. It's called karma. Somebody acted foolishly in haste. Somebody is jealous of your light. Somebody is emotionally unstable, or they wanted you to be emotionally unstable. Listen to the downloads and the music that you're listening to. We have return to sender. Somebody uses sex to get their way or cloud judgment. You prove them wrong. Someone says, I wish I had told you the truth. Spirit says, take a spiritual bath or cleanse your space. Somebody exhibits racist behavior. We have jealous family members out here. Somebody knows that you know the truth. Somebody's lies are coming to the surface. Someone from your past may be involved. Somebody says, I'm scared. Collective, you're moving away from drama. Somebody says, I don't know how you do it. Archangel Gabriel's out here for communication and expression. Somebody regrets getting involved. There have been several failed attempts to block you. Somebody may be dealing with alcoholism. You're choosing a new contract. We love that. Somebody's throwing rocks and hiding their hands. Somebody's sins are being exposed. Somebody may also have a drug addiction. The month of January may be of significance. Could be dealing with a Capricorn or an Aquarius. Someone needs a lawyer. Someone's getting instant karma. You're supported by your tribe. Someone may be getting tarot readings on you, or you could be a tarot reader. Somebody's making strategic moves in silence. That very well could be you. An illness may be part of someone's karma. Then we have the bottom of the deck, fake friends. They don't want you to prosper. Somebody may be facing homelessness. Somebody may have been doing something for financial gain. They created a drama and now they're experiencing drama. Somebody's using children and experiencing bad luck because of it. And someone will protect your honor. All right. I think I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonated for you, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm and get this in front of the eyes that need to see us the most. If you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. All right. Yeah, if we part ways here, I'm going to do an extended. If this is where we part ways, thank you guys so much for being here. The membership is $5.99 a month. You get all of the cutting room floor videos and any of the extended videos that I post. You get access to all of them. And the link for the membership is it's the very first link in the description box. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you on the other side for those on the membership side. And then I'll come back and do another collective reading. All right. I love you. Take care. Bye.